Hey guys, it's October 15th, 2024, and it's 22 days before the election. Now, I try really hard to avoid talking about politics for a very good reason, and that reason is because it is a divisive topic. Everybody has very strong feelings about where they stand, and that's perfectly fine, but I personally don't like to talk about it because I don't want to give anybody ammo to use against me on that topic. So, with that being said, I want you guys to remember that we're all human and we all have something in common. We can all find a reason to love each other, especially our countrymen. We know who our countrymen are. And remember, regardless of where you stand politically, that other person has a soul and that soul matters. So instead of allowing yourself to give in to the temptation to talk about politics, especially if you believe that the other person doesn't stand where you stand, say, you know what, I could be the bigger person in this situation, and we don't have to go there. You don't have to go there. You don't have to be divisive just because the other person chose to be divisive. We are all accountable for our thoughts and actions. When that person chooses to be divisive, that is their problem. It doesn't have to be yours. Remember to love each other. Remember that person loves their country just as much as I do. And they're human, just like me. I can love them. I can find something in common with them. I can hold them and cry with them in their darkness. And we can find a way to unite. That is so, so important for U.S. countrymen. Now, if you're watching this outside of the U.S., I recognize that you have your own issues, okay? Our issues are being blasted even more because of the country that we are, and it's just awful. We're not okay. We're definitely not okay. But we can love each other, and we can be the bigger person, each individually. And it's just so upsetting to me that somebody's gonna try to use my political stance against me just so that he can have a fight about it, you know? So be wise. Be wise. You don't have to do this. It's only 22 days, and it's just gonna keep getting more tense, but you can be better than that. And remember that if you trust in the Lord, you're going to have the strength and the peace and the wisdom to make the right decision. God can take care of you. God is not overwhelmed by this. And I understand how difficult it is. And I understand I've cried over this situation with my countrymen so many times. But you know what? Change happens with one person. It only takes one person to cause a domino effect of change. So will you be that change? If somebody doesn't stand where you stand, can you hold them and cry with them and try to understand where they're coming from? I recently had the opportunity to have those types of conversations with someone who doesn't stand where I stand. And I held that person and I cried with them. And I said, don't give up. You're worth it. You're worth fighting for. And I really care about you. And they did not change their stance on what they believe, but they're going to remember how I made them feel. That I tried to understand them, that I tried to empathize with them, and that I really wanted to show them that I love them no matter what they went through and no matter what they think about where I stand politically, because they're human and they have a soul and their soul matters and God loves them. And therefore it is my calling to love that person. And so, can you make that choice? I'm trying to make that choice every single day. Tensions rise continuously, but you know what? God is so much bigger than this, and He's not overwhelmed. So, you know, we've got to work through this, and we've got to unite as countrymen. So just so you guys know, I love you and I'm praying for you. And if you want to talk to me about it, I'll listen and I'll hold you and we'll cry together. And, you know, we got to walk through this together. Love you guys. Thanks for listening.